In the heart of a grand kingdom, nestled between golden rivers and towering palaces, there lived a wise minister named Harish. For years, Harish had served the king with loyalty and intelligence, solving every problem brought before the court. No major decision was made without his advice. Be it matters of war, trade, or diplomacy, Harish always had an answer. The king trusted him above all, and the kingdom flourished under his guidance. But wisdom often invites envy. Many nobles and courtiers, though they wore jeweled robes and spoke with polished tongues, quietly resented Harish. They whispered behind closed doors, mocking his calm nature and waiting for a chance to stain his honor. They found their opportunity not in Harish himself, but in his son, Kiran. Kiran was a quiet young man. He did not boast, nor did he dress in fine clothing like the other sons of noblemen. He spent his mornings wandering the market, chatting with merchants and feeding birds. The courtiers, who mistook silence for stupidity, called him foolish. And slowly, their murmurs found their way to the king. One morning, as the royal court gathered for a public assembly, the king turned to Harish with a faint smile and said, "My dear minister, your wisdom is unmatched, but your son, he puzzles me. He seems to lack even the simplest sense." Harish, taken aback, turned respectfully toward the throne. "Your Majesty, may I ask what makes you believe so?" The king chuckled lightly. "Every morning in the marketplace, I approach him. I place one gold coin and one silver coin in front of him, and I ask, which is more valuable? And every morning, without fail, your son picks the silver coin and says it is worth more than the gold." The courtiers burst into laughter. Harish's face flushed with quiet embarrassment. He bowed his head and said nothing more. That evening, he returned home in silence. At sunset, Harish found Kiran sitting under the neem tree, carving a wooden flute. "Kiran," he said gently, "tell me truly, which metal is more valuable, gold or silver?" Kiran looked up, smiling. "Gold, of course." Harish raised a brow. "Then why, every morning in front of the king, do you choose the silver coin and claim it is worth more?" Kiran stood without a word and motioned for his father to follow. Inside his modest room, he pulled out a small wooden chest. When he opened it, Harish's eyes widened. The chest was full of silver coins, neatly stacked, all identical. "These," Kiran said calmly, "are the coins the king has given me." Harish was speechless. "All these from picking silver?" Kiran nodded. "Yes. You see, every morning the king places one silver and one gold coin in front of me and waits to be amused. He expects me to pick the silver coin and call it more valuable. It's a game to him. He laughs, gives me the silver, and walks away happy. But the moment I choose gold, the game will end. I'll get the gold coin once, and no more silver after that." Harish stared at his son, realization dawning. Kiran continued, "If I picked the gold, the joke would be over. But as long as I play the fool, the king plays along, and the silver keeps coming. Why trade something that earns every day for one coin I'll never see again?" A slow smile spread across Harish's face. In that moment, he understood. His son, whom everyone mocked as a fool, had outwitted the king himself with silent wisdom. From that day on, whenever someone in the court whispered insults about Kiran's foolishness, Minister Harish would simply smile and walk away. He no longer felt the need to defend his son to people who couldn't see past their pride. Not all wisdom is loud. Sometimes true intelligence hides behind silence, simplicity, or even the appearance of foolishness. The world may laugh at what it doesn't understand, but those who know their purpose don't need applause. They just need patience. So if people ever call you strange, slow, or foolish, don't let it break you. Keep going, because when you know what you're doing and why you're doing it, that is its own kind of genius.